Hello, and welcome to Pi Projects, Ideas, and Experiments. Um, Actually got another aquarium video for today. For anyone who's seen previous videos, um, or not, doesn't really matter, I guess. I have a couple of aquariums, and my 10-gallon tank used to kind of look like the home of the swamp thing. It was green. It was, you couldn't see through it. It was pretty bad. Um, Here's what it looked like. Um, and Here's what it looks like now. So I got it cleared up. Basically, all I did was I shut the lights off. I kind of took advice from a couple other YouTube channels and didn't do it exactly the way they said. A lot of times, you gotta shut the lights off. You've got to cover the tank completely, make it completely dark. I shut the lights off for a week, just off, nothing at all, off. And then after a week, I think I started at either 30 or 40% light intensity, and about 4 hours a day. And then week after week, I just kind of bumped up the intensity and the time, and now I'm back to my normal schedule of. And I know I have my lights on way too long. I have them on from 4 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. So that's, and of course there's a sunrise and a sunset feature on those Fluval lights, which I really do like. I do recommend those. Programming them's easy, fully customizable. I like them. That means it's not full intensity from the get-go, and I like that. But anyway, so the tank's clear, so I'm gonna add more plants. Anyway, so trying to figure out, whether I'm gonna go shop at an online store or in store in person. Plant costs were about the same, and of course, if you buy online, you got to pay for shipping. So it was kind of a mute point, but I was like, I wanted something a bit more specific. So I didn't do any of that, and I bought some plants online, and through which hopefully anyone that may know them, Dustin's Fishtanks. Anyway, I did one of their plant combo packs, and yeah, it was a pretty good deal. I got 4 plants for $20 plus shipping, when most plants cost about $10 each. Seemed like a pretty good deal. Shipping wasn't that bad. Got here in about a week between ordering, and because I kind of ordered at the wrong time of the week and everything, and even with the holiday. Yes, this is being filmed end of May, so whenever this actually ends up getting out, I don't know, but yeah. But even with the holiday on a Monday, Memorial Day, got here, it's Friday, and plants just arrived. So I'm gonna see what they sent me. That's the one thing is with this plant combo pack, is you don't actually get to pick the plants. I did put in there that I didn't want any Vallisneria or hornwort or anything floating. I have my 75 gallon has plenty of val in it, and it takes over. Hornwort, I like that it grows so fast, but at the same time, that's not what I'm looking for the 10 gallon. And floating plants, why I would love to have some red root floaters. The way I have the tank set up, it doesn't work for them. So we're gonna see what I was sent, because like I said, you don't get to pick the plants. That's part of what makes the deal so cheap, is they kind of take some cues from what you put in the comments, and they pick plants that look good. So let's get to figuring out. And this is an unboxing. I haven't opened the box or anything yet. I'm going to do that all on camera so we can see exactly how they were shipped, their arrival status, how they look, the whole bit. And yeah, so here we go. Plants from Dustin's Fishtanks. Alright. And if everything goes good, I may order some more. We'll see. Alright, here we go. Trying to get this as the main focus, not all this. So this is what you're going to be seeing. Anyway, like I said, not a lot of plants, so not a big box. Yeah, well, let's unbox it. Alright, everything seems to be in a Mylar bag. Got the order sheet. Oh, so, have a nice little, like I said, little order sheet here. So basically, in the comments, I just put that I have a 10-gallon, no hornwort, Vallisneria, or floaters, and nothing that gets too tall. Told them I have a gravel tank, how I maintain my tanks, or lack thereof. And, anyway, they, actually circled that I wanted nothing that got too tall. Here's a little note, handwritten on here as well, that says a random and rare trim here, and they will keep them small. So, apparently I got something pretty good in there. But yeah. And of course, let's see, we got some little discount card. I think that's a sticker, a little promotional thing that shows all the different kind of plants that they have. Get that as straight as I can there. Yes. They got a pretty good selection. I guess this way you can look at it instead of seeing what's online. Actually, just was just a note saying about if things don't arrive properly and all that. So far, that's all pretty good. All right, now for the plants. All right, we open this up. All right, I have a little package here and a bigger package here. This was supposed to be 4 plants, and I got more. That is one thing I've noticed with a lot of other channels that deal with Dustin's fish tanks is they're kind of good at just tossing in a couple of extra things. So, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but that's nice. So I'm gonna just show you what the label says, because honestly, I can't pronounce most of these things. I'm not good at pronouncing scientific terms of things, and so I guess join me as I butcher these names. Ludwigia are I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Anyway, here's what they all are. I'm not even gonna try to. That one's easy. Red Tiger Lotus. That one I got. Other than that, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different plants in this one pack here. And then there's something over here. I'm not really sure. And, yeah. So that's cool. Got more plants than expected. So anyway, let's see what's in the little package. All right, so here's a little package. Let's open it up. Oh, it's a cold pack. Here I am thinking it was some extra little cutting of something. It's the cold pack. Well, anyway, so it's just these. But still, there's 5 different types in here. They actually look pretty cool. Definitely got some Red, I'm guessing that's the red tiger lotus. Let me cut these open and get them taken out. Now, one of the things you can do that I don't necessarily bother with is rinsing the plants. If you're the type that you're worried about snails and pests and all that kind of stuff, you know, do a little, there's instructions. Dustin gives very good instructions on a bleach rinse. I don't do that. Honestly, I have had things show up in my tanks that I had no idea what were because they came in on a plant or something. But that's part of the hobby. It's learning what's out there and what's beneficial. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I had scuds, little shrimp-like creatures. They showed up because they were on a plant. I didn't realize if they were good or bad, but turns out they're beneficial. You know, they're fish food basically. So I've had snails show up, and I'm not opposed to snails. In fact, I buy snails on a regular basis to try to keep the snail population up. It's part of nature. And having it to where you can, the biodiversity is a good thing as well. So I'm not going to worry about rinsing them. I'm going to open the package, try to do it in a way so I can just kind of look at them here. Then we'll go put them in the tank. All right, back to it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to cut this in a way I can kind of cut up the back here so that I can kind of, I guess the appropriate term would be fillet it open. That way it keeps all the juices contained. These are wrapped up fairly nicely. So it's basically like a wet paper towel here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 root balls. Some of these look a little worse for wear, but that's part of travel and shipping and all of that. Let's see if we can separate this one out. Oh, and that just pulled out of the root ball. Okay. Oh, well that's the other thing. These root balls are actually multiple. You're just to take all the fuzz and the bands off and everything, and then they end up. There's a whole bunch of individual stalks, like this little one. He may make it, he may not, but I can plant that as an individual. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to do all this and get all these little root balls off of here. I was going to try to show more of what's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 root balls in here. Well, all right. Some of these are some of the same things, but that's okay. I think these 3 are the same. These reds here. This one is something different. And then I'm not exactly sure what this is, but all right. Oh, there's another plant here. This may be the red tiger lotus because it's got the little seed pod there. All right. So 3 of these root balls are the same. This one's different. This one's different. There's another plant here. Alrighty. Not really sure which one that is, but alright. So it looks like we've got 3 here that are the same. I know trying to open that in a way to make it less messy did not work out, so just do it. 3 here that are the same. 2 here that are the same. And then I have that one, this one, and then this one. So, yeah. For $20, And with shipping and everything, I think it came to like 30 something. That's not a bad haul. So, on any of these, you got to take all the fluff off and the rubber bands and of course any shreds of paper or anything like that, and then you plant all these together until they start to establish. That is from what I can tell, is the best way to do it. That is not necessarily the way that I have done it in the past or that I will do it this time, but that's what I've read and been told and seen and whatnot. I'm going to try to keep these as alive as possible. And here's the thing. I don't do a whole lot of tank maintenance. I kind of like the unkept natural look. I don't trim and edge and thin out and all that kind of stuff. I put plants in. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't. Like with any other plant. So if these don't make it, it's not necessarily the fault of Dustin's fish tanks. It's just the way that I keep plants, and sometimes things just don't make it. But let's get these all cleaned up and take you over to the tank. All right, and here is my 10-gallon. As you can see, it looks a lot cleaner. I do still have some duckweed in there. One of the plants from last time still in there. The rest didn't make it. You can see I've got a little bitty baby molly there, and the other molly that's been in there for a long time. The little one came in when I transferred over a bunch of duckweed from the 75-gallon. So now instead of one fish in here, there's two. So there's not a bunch of bioload, and I don't feed this tank. This is supposed to be a natural setup, and so there's not a whole lot going on here. Another good thing to note is this water was clear, or I should say this water was cleared up, like I said before, by just shutting the lights off. No water changes, no chemicals, nothing like that. I don't treat my tap water. I simply top up as it needs it, and as you can tell, the water level is dropping a bit, so it'll need it here before too long. But this tank, as clear as this is simply from turning the lights off. That's it. There's not even mechanical filtration. All my filter media in there is biological. That's it. That's all I use. That was simply turning the lights off. Alright, so now here is all the plants. Each one had a couple little rocks in them. I'm actually going to toss those in there. Some people say that's not a good idea. It's free hardscape. Got my container of plants here, and I'm going to try to keep them bunched together, all similar species bunched, just to give them hopefully the best chance. I'm going to start off with whatever this one is. I don't know. I'm not sure out of the list names what is what. And I'm not going to try to, like I said before, I'm not going to try to butcher the names. So this plant. This is the one. Is it focusing good enough? Yeah. And as you can tell, there's a whole bunch of stems in here. I am just going to plant this as one and let it grow. Thinking more over in this area, and I am not that much into aquascaping, like things looking nice and beautiful. Chaos reigns supreme. Yeah. Alright. Stick it in the water. And there we go. This is in no way a tutorial on how to do this. This is, again, just the way that I do things. Let's go for this other one that is green and wispy. I'm going to place it because I think it would look really nice being kind of affected a bit by the flow of the filter. So I'm just going to set those there. And obviously your arms get covered in duckweed when you have duckweed. They are called the herpes of the aquarium world for a reason. Now I have a couple of little pieces. I'm just going to kind of stick those in there. This is from the first plant. The red tiger lotus, I believe is what this one is. So my best guess anyway. I'm going to try to make sure to bury the seed ball in some of these roots. I'm going to go further back here. Then I have this one here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it back here. And of course this is mucking everything up and it'll take a little while to clear out. So this is another one of those. Got all the little stems together here. This one I'm going to place right here. And then this bunch let's go over, well, I don't want that to get sucked into the filter, so let's just go down here. And now the rocks that came with these, again, free hardscaping. Just got some rocks. I'm just gonna place a couple rocks, especially back here under the intake. Alright, so that is now planted, and we'll see how it looks once it clears up. So it's the next day. Plants are actually looking really good. Yay! Water's cleared up. It's looking good. And let me show you what it looks like. Look at how beautiful that looks. Yeah, I know there's still some nastiness on the glass in the background, but you know, whatever. That is just, I think I did pretty good with the placement and everything. I think it looks really good. I mean, comparing to what it looked like before to what it looks like now, I think I did pretty good. And remember, this was just a $20 plant deal from Dustin's Fishtanks. It made all the difference. This looks so much better. Well worth it. So there we go. Another successful project done. Thank you for watching P.I.E. And as always, be smart, stay safe, have fun. My tank looks so clean. Tank. Tank.